Hello, this is Arcades, and welcome to another episode here on Stormworks Build and Rescue. And, yeah, we're going to be talking about a little bit of a project I've been working on. If you've been seeing the stream VODs I've been placing up, something I've been working on, I think I'll go into a more concise explanation of what's going on. So, yeah. But basically, we're going to be turning that to something a little bit more colorful and different opportunities. So, yeah. Anyway, so, hope you like what you watch. Hope you enjoy what you see. If you do, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Helps out the channel immensely. And, yeah. Let's get into this. Okay, so, quick rundown. So, on my streams, I've been working on a container playlist. Something I've been wanting to do for a while. However, the one thing I didn't want to do was just make rebranded stuff. Nah, that's nothing fun. The whole point of making a new playlist for the containers is to give change. To make something that's fun, that's just different. But yet, I still wanted something that was familiar. So, when you go into, the workbench, you have a tab that says presets. And what they do is they give you this. This is the default container they give you to work with. So you can just paint it up however you want, and then you can add it into the playlist. Or add in a playlist that includes it. It's actually pretty simple and straightforward overall. I'm not going to go over that process now, because I want to save that for when I'm done with this playlist, because I'm not done with it yet. It's still like, I think I'm about halfway through. I still got quite a bit to do. But yeah, but I decided I wanted to do something more to it, and I decided I wanted to make variants on the shapes. So I made like 4 variants here. They basically take this shape and cut it in half. My intention was to cut it in half this way, and then another one was to cut it in half, go that way, and then cut it in half this way. And then I took a quarter of this, and then I took one small section. That was the idea. So basically, you stack 2 of these on top of each other. It should be about the same as that. You stack 8 of these together, so to speak, and it's about the same as that. And then we have this one, which is about 4 of them, left, right, top, bottom. It should be about the same as that. And then 2 of these behind each other. No, about the same as that. Now, here's the thing, though. With all of these, this is an odd space container. It's a 11 by 11 by 29. So cutting in half was never going to be perfect. So having 2 of these exactly stopped on each other is actually going to be a little shorter than that. If I had to choose between, I always went under. So, so this is only 5 high. That's 11, so half would have been at the 6th block. So yeah, it's something to keep in mind when thinking about this, and if you want to try something yourself later, of something of similar nature. But all these, right here, this is a 5 by 11. It's a 5 by 11 by 29. This one's a 5 by 5 by 13. 5 by 5 by 29. And this one should be an 11 by 11 by 13. So, but they all have the same functions, connection-wise, as the default container. I made sure to keep that thing. So, well, yeah, they're not the default shapes, but all their functions are the same, so you can still work them the same. You can stack them on top of each other. You can grab them from the sides with the little hard points, or from top if you want to. You still have the rope connectors. I even listed their weights. Now, these weights are from the mass calculation when you put your mouse cursor over the spawn button. So, yeah. So yeah, we're getting those. Now, the next step that I'm currently in the middle of is rebranding them. Because it's one thing to have these, but these aren't fun. Just blanks aren't fun. So what I've been doing has been rebranding them. Oops. On one of the recent VODs I placed up, I showed me doing the smaller containers, the 5x5s, right there. And you can see there's a few already spawned in. Actually, you can come look at them first. And as you can see, I got them colored up. And I'm using the smaller logos that would go here normally as their side. They don't have them on the end. But when you come to the big ones, the regular ones, you notice they have a little logo and they have something on the side. And I'm trying to keep, you know, keep that going. So I'm using those there. However, my last stream, I came to the realization that the side logo won't fit on the 1111 by 13s. But the logo there, which I guess I gotta go back in there and fix that. This one, yeah. This one is too small for that area, and I thought it'd be. So I had to go through, and then I spent this last week trying to get this to, you know, making my own versions of a smaller version of the logos on the side. So I created all these logos here. I made one for each of the companies that are, you know, standard, but I'm just showing off these four right here so you can see them. And yeah, it was definitely some time and energy on that. So yeah, so there's these. So right now, as it stands, I believe I just have one container type left to do, and I'm going to plan to do that on stream next, this upcoming next stream after this video, so to speak. And yeah, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Now, when I get done with making these assets, so to speak, I am going to make it to where it can be added onto. If you want to modify it yourself later on, and I will be doing a video on how you can do that, or how you can even, you know, create your own, at least from the experience of what I learned from doing this. And those are my intentions as coming up. Yeah. And I've already talked with one or two people, and I'm going to probably grabbing their custom containers if they want to, and add it as part of the official playlist I'm making. You can see we got some hope. But yeah, it's and the whole point of this is I just wanted to add a playlist that had something familiar elements that you can recognize and work with, but giving you a variety of shapes so you can have some fun dealing with the problems, the logistical problems of dealing with different objects. Because as fun as it is to use the containers as they are now, the default ones, they're standard. And there's only so many different ways you can deal with them. So by having this new thing that has familiar elements so you can recognize, hey, these are the same buttons as those, you can figure out how to use them right away. And go from there. So, yeah. And that was the plan. And that's how I'm going to go. I am, however, also putting in some custom units. And I do plan to add different destinations as well. From what I've seen, what you can do. And no, I don't have I have player damage on. Now, I have built these also. These will be added in at some point as well. These will come after all the containers. My first priority is just the straight up rebranded shaped containers. Then I plan to do these as well. We got a small pack of pipes, large pack of pipes, but you notice this one is at the same size as the 5x5 by 29. This one's the same size as the 5x5 by 13. And they have all the same hard point, connectors at the same positions. And even this, which is supposed to be a industrial fluid container. I have it colored like this because that way when I go to, brand it, or if I do take branding into consideration, I can just click on different surfaces and change the colors quickly and appropriately. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much the plans for all of this. and what I've been doing in the in a summary, what have I been doing in my build time stream VODs, so they can get a catch up of what's going on. Now, if you want to see what I'm going through trying to figure stuff out, I would highly check out those VODs. Yeah, so you can see the trials and tribulations I had trying to figure out how to get them to work. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, so this is the next project coming up that I'm working on. Give people a little bit more fun with their logistics containers. Something recognizable and easy to use, while still getting a challenge of having to give you something different to work with. And yeah, so I'll admit I am kind of following the same way. This is kind of working exactly like the GOM's cargo editions, so it should be compatible with his as well if you have his as well. However, yeah, that, like I said, I will be making a video in the future about how this all works, how you can make your own, once I have this done myself, because I'm trying to fully figure out everything myself with this. So yeah, all right, so hope you had a good time, hope you enjoyed watch. If you did, you know the deal, you know the spiel. This is Arcades signing out. Have yourself a good day. Whee!